Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. There's the whistle. Well, Jim, the name Albert Ferrer is certainly familiar to English football fans of a certain vintage.
Yeah, and he's remembered with a great deal of affection as a pacey and tough tackling defender who always gave his all.
And was a bit of a character.
He was.
Hazard was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Batistuta. Chiellini spots it and intercepts. Neymar goes steaming forward. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Hazard. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Now it's Batistuta. And he's in on goal! And it's played into the middle. But they've got it again. And the shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And he thumps it clear. Serginho charging forward down that flank. And that's played in low. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Now that's a fine challenge. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Looking for options for movement. Oh, robust challenge. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Played into space. Chips it through. Can he finish? Oh, super goal! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And it's Bayer Leverkusen who take the lead.
It just came down to a battle of wills between him and the keeper, and he won it with a cracking piece of trickery.
Bayer Leverkusen have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Well, there's the clearance. Now it's Forlan, and this is Messi.
Egypt are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Great vision. It's run loose here. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. He's going for goal! Oh, just fizzes past the post.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that, and it wasn't far away at all.
Neymar. Bayer Leverkusen applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate.
Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. Oh, that's a booking, always looked it. Forlan with a real chance here.
This is the sort of thing he craves, a chance to make a telling impact.
Messi! That was travelling. De Bruyne. Hazard. That's a cute ball. Nicely worked. And this is Hazard. Great chance! Tries to get it clear. Now that looks a decent ball. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Messi. And now the breakaway. And reclaimed it in a trice. Can he get it through? Messi gets into a good position.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
That has ended up... Real chance! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. So, third corner of the game. Terrific header! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
So their fourth corner of the game. Bayer Leverkusen are looking to go forward now. Koulibaly with a definite foul there. Hazard plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone.
Egypt truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Rodri, who does have an assist to his name. And it's Hazard. Albert Ferrer. And he's managed to get free. Lovely feet. Lovely, now then. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Neymar. Well, that has not gone well. And he's only too happy to take that back. Neymar.
3 minutes at a time.
No, again there's no way through. Albert Ferrer drives forward on the overlap. Aims beyond the defence. Lovely bit of skill. Kaká. That's a good ball. Takes a shot! There's the whistle for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And the game has already resumed here.
Egypt really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Gets a good foot in there. And that is a little undercooked. That ball looks a good one. Egypt can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Now it's Messi. Cruyff. And this... And the finish! And he's quick to get it clear again. Neymar. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Well, that's surely a foul, free kick. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Rodri engages and forces him off the ball. Now it's Messi, and he's through, it's Messi! They've scored! Egypt are level. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Messi. No, he's not going to get any further than that. They're up to 5 corners now. the keeper's ball. And now they can spring out of defence. Dumfries kept his eye on it, and he's just the keeper to beat! He's having a shot! Goal! Bayer Leverkusen! And they've got their lead back. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Can he finish? Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Gets into some space. And he's certainly onside here.
Egypt may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
Decent progress down the left. Pass somewhat off target. Looking for the run. Oh, that's well spotted. Chiellini.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Chance! He's missed, but not by that far.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
Knocks it into space. Can he latch on to this?
Egypt really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
He's had it taken off him. Strong running down that left flank. He's shifting through the gears here. Good ball, good take. They've won a corner. Nicely aimed pass. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's found a way through. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Egypt must do something here, and very quickly.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
No joy this time. Dumfries gets over and intercepts. Cruyff. Messi.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Nice looking ball. No, he's just misjudged that one. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
He's picked his way through. Chiellini. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now, can they get him away? Cute ball now, how can he reach it?
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Kaka. That's that, the end. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins, it was decided. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Egypt really will be deflated by the result, not just because they lost, but the manner of this defeat, Peter.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So off we go then.
In Paul's goals, we have a player who can pull all the strings in midfield, one of England's best ever.
So unsung, but utterly appreciated by those he plays with.
Yeah, simply a master of passing, Peter. His ability to know what's going on around him at any given time makes him such a clever and hugely capable danger in this team.
Neymar, Serginho, and this is Stoichkov, Koulibaly, and it's Cruyff. Can he get it through? Neymar, and he cuts out the supply. Bayer gets it away, and he's had it nicked away. Cruyff, and that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
That is good alertness. And it's been given away. He's got away. Ball shoots! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! First blood drawn. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Egypt are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Cruyff, lovely pass, but can he get there? That has ended up in no man's land. Oh, no joy this time.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Kaká plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Messi, and he's in on goal. A hefty challenge, but fair enough.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And it's Cruyff. Van Bouten. Dani Olmo. That's an imaginative pass. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And they've got a throw. Another throw-in. The most accurate pass. And they win it back again. Dani Olmo. Howson makes the interception. Kaká. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Rijkaard. And it's Forlan. Tries to play it through. Shapes to shoot! It's there! They have come roaring back!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Looking for options for movement. He's in plenty of space here. And this is... And a shot! Goal! Egypt! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Oh, high-quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Egypt take the lead.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Cruyff. Now it's Messi, looking to play him in. Serginho is looking to influence the game from out wide. And it's Stoichkov. Neymar gets into some space. Big chance! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
Half-time getting close now. Now it's Messi. Neymar. Musiala. Neymar. And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
That pass isn't the best. Great vision. Well, nicely intercepted. Rijkaard. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. It's Kimmich. Oh, this looks sharp. And this is Cruyff. Dani Olmo. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. The midway point of the game.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Egypt head into the half-time break with a narrow advantage. It is 2-1. If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. And that's put paid to a promising move. Messi. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Dani Olmo. Nicely aimed pass. Forlan. Real chance! It's off target and by quite a way.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Great defending, strong and determined. Neymar. He's a sharp little ball here. Nicked it back promptly. Musiala. Well, that looks a decent ball. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. Egypt have themselves a chance from the spot. Raya looking to stare down to unsettle the taker. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
Egypt go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Shooting chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? He's having a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, nice touch. And he's managed to get free.
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
That's been cut out, well played. Now it's Cruyff. Messi.
Oh, great feat, that.
He has found a way through. And the shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. How very smart. He just got it right.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. It's starting to look like a done deal now.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline.
Chance for a shot! He scores! Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Egypt are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
Well, it's been an absolutely...
Can he finish? It's in! And look at his joy! Is this not why we love the game?